Imagine digging into your backyard soil on a crisp fall day somewhere in the USA and pulling up a handful of beautiful, vibrant sweet potatoes, smooth-skinned, deep orange inside, and so sweet they taste like candy straight from the earth. These homegrown treasures are far more flavorful and nutritious than anything you'll find in the grocery store. And the best part is how satisfying it feels to grow them yourself, even if you're just starting out. If you've ever wanted to try growing sweet potatoes but worried about their long growing season, sprawling vines, or tricky starting methods, you're exactly in the right place. Today, we're walking through every single step to grow sweet potatoes successfully from slips to harvest, even if you're a complete beginner whose thumbs have never felt particularly green before. We'll cover planting secrets, perfect care routines, and simple fixes tailored for American climates so you can enjoy a bountiful, sweet harvest right in your own yard. Stick with me, and by the end, you'll feel confident and excited to start your own sweet potato patch this season. Growing sweet potato is one of the most rewarding and fun projects for home gardeners across the United States because these vigorous, vining plants produce generous yields of delicious, nutrient-packed tubers while adding beautiful trailing foliage to your garden. Unlike many vegetables that need perfect conditions, sweet potato thrives in hot summer weather and can tolerate a variety of soils as long as they drain well. The vines can spread 6 to 10 feet or more, making them excellent for filling empty spaces or even growing in containers and raised beds. For beginners, the best part is how forgiving they can be once you understand their few key needs: plenty of sunshine, consistent warmth, good drainage, and steady, but not excessive moisture. Whether you garden in USDA Zone 5 with shorter summers or Zone 10 where heat lingers late into fall, sweet potato adapts beautifully when given the right start and ongoing attention suited to your local climate. The journey begins with planting your sweet potato the smart way so your vines get off to a strong, healthy start. Sweet potatoes are grown from slips, small rooted sprouts that grow from a mature sweet potato rather than seeds. Start your own slips about 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost date by placing whole sweet potatoes in a shallow tray of water or moist sand in a warm, sunny spot indoors. Once the slips reach 4 to 6 inches tall with healthy roots, they're ready to plant. Wait until all danger of frost has passed and the soil has warmed to at least 65 to 70 degrees Fahrenheit, usually late spring in northern states and earlier in the south. Soil that warm ensures quick establishment and prevents rot in cool ground. Choose a spot that receives full sun for at least 8 hours a day because sweet potato is a true sun lover that needs every ray to fuel rapid vine growth and develop sweet, flavorful tubers. In hotter southern regions, a touch of afternoon shade can help during extreme heat waves, but overall brighter is better. You prepare your soil by loosening it 10 to 12 inches deep and mixing in generous amounts of compost or well-rotted manure for fertile, well-draining conditions. Sweet potato hates wet feet, and poor drainage leads to root rot that can ruin your entire season. Aim for a soil pH between 5 8 and 6-5. A simple home test kit will tell you if any lime is needed. Because these are heavy feeders, starting with rich organic matter gives them the foundation they need. Plant your sweet potato slips in hills or rows, spacing them 12 to 18 inches apart, with rows or hills 3 to 4 feet apart to give those sprawling vines plenty of room to roam. In smaller USA backyards or raised beds, you can grow them in large containers or train the vines vertically on a trellis to save space. Plant the slips deep enough so that only the top 2 or 3 leaves remain above the soil, then water them in well. In cooler climates like the Great Lakes or Pacific Northwest, black plastic mulch or raised beds help warm the soil faster and extend your growing season so the tubers have time to size up before frost. Once your sweet potato vines are up and spreading, success comes from providing the best light and temperature conditions that match American summers. These tropical origin plants thrive when daytime temperatures stay between 75 and 95 degrees Fahrenheit with nights above 60 degrees, so vines grow vigorously and tubers develop sweetness. In cooler northern gardens, choose faster maturing varieties and use row covers or cold frames early in the season to trap warmth. Full sun is non-negotiable for maximum tuber production. Less than 8 hours and you'll notice slower growth and smaller yields. In scorching southern or southwestern summers where temperatures regularly climb into the high 90s or beyond, consistent moisture and light afternoon shade can prevent leaf scorch while still giving the plants the light they crave. Watch your plants closely. Healthy sweet potato vines are deep green and vigorous. Yellowing or wilting during the hottest part of the day signals the need for more water or temporary shade. When conditions are perfect, you'll see vines race across the ground at an impressive rate, filling your garden with lush foliage that hides the developing tubers below. The correct watering routine makes all the difference for developing those strong, healthy roots that produce large, sweet potato tubers. These plants have shallow feeder roots near the surface but need consistent moisture to support their large leaf canopy without causing rot. Aim for 1 to 1.5 inches of water per week. Deliver deeply at the base early in the morning so foliage dries quickly and fungal diseases stay away. You drip irrigation or soaker hoses are ideal for busy gardeners because they target the roots without wasting water or splashing soil onto leaves. Once vines are established and a few inches long, spread a thick layer of organic mulch like straw or wood chips around the base. This locks in soil moisture, keeps roots cool during intense summer heat, suppresses weeds, and prevents tubers from turning green from sun exposure. Check soil moisture regularly by pushing a finger 2 inches down. If it feels dry, it's time to water. You never let the soil dry out completely during tuber formation because drought stress causes small or misshapen tubers, while overwatering leads to rot. In humid eastern states, be extra careful not to overwater and create soggy conditions. While in drier western regions, you may need to water more frequently, but always slowly and deeply for those healthy roots. Consistent watering right up until harvest helps tubers reach their full sweet potential. Fertilizing and pruning your sweet potato is simpler than many beginners expect and turns good vines into spectacular, tuber-loaded performers. Start with that rich compost at planting. Then side dress lightly with a balanced organic fertilizer every 4 to 6 weeks during active vine growth. Once vines are well established and tubers start forming, switch to a fertilizer lower in nitrogen but higher in phosphorus and potassium to encourage root development and sweetness rather than just leafy growth. Apply lightly around the base and water it in well to avoid burning roots. Pruning is mostly about gentle guidance and airflow. Keep the vines from rooting at every node by occasionally lifting and redirecting them so energy goes into tuber production instead of new vines. Remove any yellow or damaged leaves to improve circulation, which is especially helpful in humid areas prone to disease. In late summer, about 6 to 8 weeks before your expected first frost, trim back overly long vines to direct the plant's energy into sizing up the existing tubers rather than making more foliage. These easy steps keep your sweet potato lush, healthy, and focused on producing large, sweet tubers. Even experienced gardeners run into challenges with sweet potato, but most common problems have straightforward, beginner-friendly solutions. Poor slip establishment or weak vines usually result from planting too early in cold soil or inconsistent moisture. Simply wait for that steady 65 to 70-degree soil warmth and keep the ground evenly moist. Pests like sweet potato weevils, flea beetles, or wireworms can damage leaves or tubers. Inspect daily and handpick larger pests or use row covers until vines are established. A strong blast of water knocks flea beetles away, and encouraging beneficial insects brings natural predators to the rescue. On the disease side, black rot or fusarium wilt can strike in warm, wet conditions. Prevent by rotating crops yearly, using disease-resistant varieties and ensuring excellent drainage. Leaf spot or fungal issues show up when leaves stay wet too long. Improve airflow by proper spacing and watering only at the base. Cracking or misshapen tubers often come from irregular watering. Sticking to that steady schedule prevents most issues. If vines grow too vigorously with few tubers, reduce nitrogen and make sure the soil is not too rich. With these simple fixes, you'll troubleshoot confidently and keep your sweet potato patch thriving. Harvesting your sweet potato is the exciting payoff after months of care, and timing it right gives you the best flavor and storage life. Sweet potatoes are ready when the vines start turning yellow and die back naturally, usually 90 to 120 days after planting depending on the variety and climate. In cooler regions, harvest before the first frost by cutting the vines at soil level and gently digging around the base with a garden fork to lift the tubers without damaging them. Brush off excess soil but do not wash them. Cure the harvested sweet potatoes in a warm, humid spot for 7 to 10 days to heal cuts and develop sweetness. After curing, store them in a cool, dark place around 55 to 60 degrees for several months. In longer growing seasons across the South or West Coast, you can enjoy fresh, sweet potatoes from late summer into fall. At season's end, compost the vines and leave the roots in the ground. They'll add organic matter back to your soil. Your sweet potato garden is now ready to reward you with beautiful trailing vines, vibrant foliage, and those incredibly sweet, homegrown tubers that make every meal feel special. Now it's your turn. Head to your local garden center or order slips suited to your USDA zone. Prepare that sunny spot with rich, well-draining soil and start growing your own sweet potato this season. You'll save money, enjoy fresher flavor, and feel that wonderful pride every time you dig up your harvest. You ought wait for the perfect moment. The best time to plant is right now, right in your own American backyard. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.